morning, everyone. Welcome back to Cold Waters. This is David Steele, and that is not my boat. That's a ship. Well, I am starting today's video having just had my... well, it's the first few seconds of YouTube, so I basically lost my boat. Now let me explain. I didn't lose it. I know exactly where it is. It has a big hole in it. And it doesn't work anymore. So I want to go back to basic training, I suppose you might say. I'm going to run some single missions in the Skipjack, some duels, one-on-one against another submarine, and I just want to put into practice some of the things that I have been trying to learn the hard way in the last month or so. In fact, for the month of May. So what I want to do is try and score 3 consecutive victories, probably in the duel. Now, there is the presence of wolves, which is also tempting because that's a pack of diesel-electric submarines, and I may end up trying that one. But first of all, let's just go with the duel. Now, this is a kind of a bandit unknown. We do not know what we're about to face. We know it's going to be a submarine. So let's jump into the Skipjack. There's the Skipjack-class. If you know the game, you may know and love it, or loathe it. Either way, why is it I start yawning when I create a video? So it's the oldest boat on the NATO side in the 1984 campaign. It's I'd say obsolete, still capable, but it's not the best choice. You're a bit limited with weapons you can carry, your depth is limited, your speed is pretty good, your agility is pretty high, your sensors are kind of weak. So, tricks for Skipjack. Number 1, go aggressive. Number 2, did I mention go aggressive? And number 3, use your weapons rather than your platform. So, in other words, your Mark 48 has a fantastic range, use it. Don't try and sneak up on the bad guys because it doesn't work. Okay, so I'm armed with tea. I'm armed with I'm armed with water. And I also have some of Sandy's infamous, in this household at least, infamous chocolate brownies. Because I'm in America and I'm British, so I drink tea and have brownies. Brr. Hit it. Yes, I'm in the USS Sculpin. That's a cool name for a submarine. What do you drive? I drive the Sculpin. That sounds creepy the way I say that. Okay, so we have no idea what we're facing. There's a thermal layer. Oh, stick for 25,000 yards. Hit it.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 269. Designated Sierra 1.
It's behind me. Well, for the sake of it, we're going to go ultra quiet, but let's take a look. Try and identify what this thing is. I'm actually going to try and run perpendicular to it to get my sonar array on it.
180. Helm high.
Let's see, what is this? That looks like it's not a foxtrot. No. This may not be a submarine then. Now I know I can push F2 and it tells me if it's a surface or a submerged contact, but I kind of want to not do that. Okay, I don't know what that is. That's not my target. Let's go ahead and push F2. I guess that's a surface target. Okay. So that is not... that's not good news then. We don't know where our bandit is. That's our bandit unknown. And it's not that.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 180.
Oh, hello.
Designated Sierra 2.
So Sierra 2, okay, this might be, it's quiet. It took us a while to pick it up. Charlie 2? I don't know that the waterfall quite matches. It's close. I wonder if it's a Victor. No, it's not a Victor 3. It might be a Victor 2.
Con, helm, steady course.
I think it's a Victor 2. Yeah, I'm going to go with a Victor 2. We'll go and identify it as one of those.
Con sonar,
There you go.
Sierra 2 is classified as submerged submarine.
Okay, we're both about the same depth. I can come down a little lower, but let's see. It reckons he has no detection on me. That's interesting. So options. One option is to go super aggressive and hit the active sonar, get a ping, get a range. But I think I can do that when there's actually a torpedo on the way. And given that he can't hear a dang thing from me, I'm going to go ahead and launch.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
So let's launch the torpedo at him, and I'm immediately going to turn west-southwest.
Come right to 245. Helm aye.
To put a bit of separation. In fact, I'm actually going to turn my torpedo east as well to get a bit of separation from him. So right now he can't hear me very well, or we don't think he can hear me very well. So he may not know. Oh, look at that. We've got a much better reading on him now, because I guess more of the towed array is pointing towards him. So I was hoping he'd be traveling towards me, but he's not. We'll get a bit of separation from the torpedo. I'm going to dogleg this round. In fact, let's go ahead and get the back south again.
179.
He appears to have detected this. He's now moving it. Oh, he's slowed down. Maybe he was cavitating because he was changing his vector. Victor, Vector.
Lost contact. Sierra 2. Last
Roger,
bearing,
Roger.
168. Contact faded.
Now I can't mark. This is a shame. I can't mark where he is on the map. But it shows. Well, I can see. I got an idea. Let's go ahead and hack this a little further south. I can see a problem with this strategy immediately, and that is that he's going to hear this torpedo, and he's going to take evasive action. And when he does take evasive action, yes, I'm going to hear him that much better. But at the same time, he's probably still some distance.
109.
I mean, I make that out to be, 12,000 yards.
Steady course.
Okay, so he's still a bit of a distance. Excuse me. Now, the set 65Ms, I think there's a 1,000-yard detection. Is it 1,000 yards? 1,500 yards, okay. I know that the set 65 is at 880 yards, so my torpedoes have a 3,000-yard detection range. I've got a big advantage in terms of weaponry against this enemy contact. I've upped my speed to 10 knots. I want to try and close the distance. Well, I mean, I say I want to. I want to get a better fix on him, but not right now. I really want to let the torpedo do the work for me. Right, I'm going to turn it south. In fact, I'm actually going to turn it directly due south. It's about 5,000 yards to my east. So if he were to launch on that position right now, his torpedoes are not going to detect me. Or shouldn't detect me. Now, he may take a guess and think that I'm further east or further west of the launch point, and that would be a good assumption to make. Right now, I'm more than happy to let the torpedo. Let's keep on sailing this way. In fact, I'm going to let it run active. The reason for letting it run active is it's going to run that little bit quicker. And that's what we want. And I'm going to, because I want to speed do this, I'm going to just accelerate time for just a little bit. It's about as much as I want to do. Okay. Let's drop my speed. Going to go ahead and head east. Get my sonar towed array much better reception on this gale.
Left to 090.
And I'm reckoning he's somewhere around about here now. So I'm going to make this torpedo active.
Making turns for
I may not need to. I'm going to be aggressive. Let's go active sonar.
Con sonar, switching to active search.
Where are you? Not what I expected. I honestly thought he'd ping me back by now. That's not good.
Sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as merchant.
Yeah, where is this guy? Right, torpedo's going active. Let's turn it more west. Nope, nothing. He may have headed south, so let's turn it more east. I got nothing from him.
Steady course.
Wow. He may be a very good captain who knows I'm playing chicken with him. Playing something with him. Well, let's turn off the active sonar. I mean, he's probably heard it, but where the heck is he? I'm not detecting him. Well, that is a little disappointing. My entire game plan has just completely died a death. So I have no idea where this guy is.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Okay. Did I get him? Yes, we did. Let's make it active again. Where is he then? He went deeper, looking at what the torpedo's doing.
Con
Turn
sonar,
off my
switching to
active
passive
sonar.
search.
He's okay. He's going deep. That's 3 torpedoes launched at me. Right,
Con
so
sonar, noisemaker bearing 162.
to evade him, I think I'm going to have to get my ducks in a row. But I also want this torpedo to
10 knots, maneuvering eye.
have a good chance at actually picking him up.
Con sonar, switching to active search.
For the sake of it, I'm using my active sonar right now. I need as much sensor information as I can get to guide this torpedo onto the target. And then I'm going to have to book it out of here. I'll let this torpedo do the work.
Con sonar, noisemaker
Right.
bearing 161.
Pretty much see exactly that he's here. Now he fired, I think, 3 torpedoes, and they'll be making a spread. So I'm probably going to want to just turn away at some point soon. I'm guessing these torpedoes are about here.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired. Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
I am a little uncomfortable like this. So I still can't detect him. Alright, I think I want to... Okay, that's very interesting.
Sonar, noisemaker bearing 162.
These torpedoes are nowhere near as close as I thought they were, which is
fire
good.
Control, weapon countermeasure homing.
And that's already active pinging me, so I have a pretty big cone to get out of the way. I think I want to double back on myself though.
Con, come right to 267.
Finally! Okay,
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 3.
think we got him.
08. Contact is
Nope.
in the baffles.
I'm going to manually steer the torpedo around behind him. He's probably going to drop another noisemaker, but I could do
Sonar,
with... Yep, there he goes.
bearing 165.
But I really want to take this guy out.
Sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 311.
Okay, so I'm guiding it towards him. He's moving. 30 knots. There we go. So I want to shorten the circle.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Okay. Oh wow, he's doing well.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 165.
Let's tackle him from the top down then, if I need to. Oh gosh.
Con, helm, steady course.
Try him again. Did we get him? Wow, I cannot steer a torpedo for Jack, whoever the heck Jack is. Alright, don't get fixated on this. Okay, I'm going to make sure that I do not end up getting my boat shot out from under me as well.
165.
Is this cheating? I mean, I don't know if I'd say it's cheating, but... Oh. Where'd you go? Where'd you go?
Con sonar,
Hey!
contact. Sierra 2, last bearing
Okay.
1.
I spotted he was diving,
Contact
right.
breaking up.
Let's book it.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Yep, I don't doubt it. That's because we're being... Oh, there's him, and 1,
300 feet.
2... Are there any others? Is there a third torpedo somewhere out there?
Passing 400
I don't think so. I think we might be okay, but...
Passing 500 feet.
Con sonar.
I still want
no
to
longer cavitating.
get out of dodge. Okay.
Passing 600 feet.
I'm actually going to turn south because I'm way out of his sensor, his torpedo sensor zone, so I think I'm going to be okay. But we'll turn south.
Come left to 180. Helm I.
They have a sensor
helm,
range about
steady
a
course.
square.
Con sonar lost contact.
Square and a half.
1. Last bearing 016. Contact is in the baffles.
What that means is that, with a square and a half of their sensor range, I'm way outside that range. So let's go ahead and bring the speed back. Let's bring it back to 5 knots. So I'm going to pick them up pretty quickly. Let's disable my sonar. Accelerate time.
Con sonar regained con maneuvering, making turns.
And we're just going to watch. Hey, there we go. That may have been 3, but I think we've just defeated our first enemy. Yes, Victor 2 sunk. Cost me 1 torpedo and no decoys. Okay, so 1 out of 1. Let's try another one. Back in a skipjack. There we go. Skipjack. Right. I'm in the shark again. I may have destroyed this boat a few times. What have we got?
New contact bearing 243. Designated Sierra 1.
Right, just below the layer. Let's see, what is Sierra 1? Is that a sonar? Is that a submerged contact? I know I could totally cheat. I think I don't need to.
Con sonar Sierra 1 is
It's in
classified
November.
as submerged submarine.
Alright, and I'm thinking it is submerged. So,
Come right to
this is depth. Yep, 200 feet.
Helm I.
So options then. I can fire at him right now. He reckons he's 17,000 yards away. Yeah, let's go up to periscope depth.
4, 5 feet, dive high.
And what we'll do is, we're above the layer. We'll fire. I mean, it's a weak layer, it's a weak duct, but we'll fire upon him when we're above the layer, which will be any second now. I think I can do that. There we go. So we're now above the layer. Gonna go ahead and fire. So, looks like he's heading east.
Shoot 2-4. Aye, sir.
And I'm gonna go ahead and head
Come left to 176. Helm I.
southeast. And I'm just gonna use my my ballast just to drop my my depth a little bit. So what I'm trying to do here is keep the torpedo above the duct. It minimizes the chance of him detecting it, but I don't think it matters because he's piled on a. Has he piled on a bit of speed? No, I don't think he has yet, actually.
Passing 100 feet.
He's still doing 12 knots, and I'm. Oh, he's diving. Look at that. 450 feet, give or take. Okay, well, that makes life a little tougher, but the hope here is that I will be able to keep him on my sonar. I'm gonna run.
Ring shift for ultra quiet.
Ultra quiet even, is that we keep him on our sonar. We can still detect him, and he may not hear our torpedo until it's got a bit closer. That's the plan. The torpedo is running just above the layer. He's turning a little bit. He's still doing 12 knots. I think we can change the torpedo's vector or course a little, like so. Of course, with me running perpendicular to him, I'm presenting my bow sonar and my towed array to pick up his sound.
Passing 200 feet.
He's diving pretty deep, close to 600 feet. Not a problem. I'll manually guide the torpedo down if I need to. Has he detected it yet? No. Still running 12 knots. 12 knots is the standard cruising speed that I told or that targets tend to have.
Launch transient from Sierra 1.
That answers that then. And he's also roughly where my torpedo's going to go active. And now he's turning a little north. So we're going to do this. I don't think I can run it quite active yet. Oh, here we go. I've got a pretty good plot. He's cranked on the speed.
Passing 300 feet.
So I don't feel ready to commit to a steeper dive, but this torpedo is going to be right up his, and if you didn't catch the whistle because noise cancelling, right up his jacksy. If you don't know what a jacksy is, it's a British word for bottom, for ass. It's a kind of functionally but ugly submarine. It's got looks like a cockpit here and another cockpit there, but it has to do with a sonar, I believe. There's a bulbous nose thing, and then contra-rotating, I believe, is the term for these torpedoes. And it's a nuclear submarine, so that's probably where the reactor is. Maybe. I don't know. But he's
400 feet.
he's cranked on the speed, and I'm going to make my torpedo active. Let's see. I'm still 5,000 yards from him, so I want to get a little closer. Then again, I want my torpedo to run quicker, so let's make it active right now. That increases its speed. His torpedo's way off the mark right now. He's still 8,000, 7,000 yards. His torpedo's still 7,000, 8,000 yards. I watch my depth. I don't end up going too deep, but right now I'm just approaching 500 feet. Is this torpedo surface running? No, not especially.
500 feet.
That's me. That's me in the corner, losing my religion. No, not yet. Let's change the steering on my torpedo a little bit, and really want to aim right for his
Sonar, noisemaker bearing.
his rudder.
4.
I am 550 feet. So by using the ballast to just drop my depth or increase my depth as opposed to...
Control, weapon acquired.
Okay, that's good. The weapon is now diving to go for him. So the game was up anyway. I'm happy for the torpedo to dive. Should have done that sooner, I think. Let's make the torpedo active. Like so. So it's going to ping him if it detects him.
Fire control, weapon acquired.
Which it
Passing
has.
600 feet.
I want to just level my depth out. I'm going to turn a little bit more south, increase my speed to 15 knots.
Make turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Should go ahead and manually
Helm
head
right to
south.
180. Helm
I don't want to use the torpedo camera, but I'm going to actually. It's not going to steer it.
Noisemaker bearing 25.
There's a noisemaker. I'm going to go ahead and steer it. Steer it around this. Oh, he's turning towards me. You beauty.
Fire control, weapon acquired.
I don't think there's much you can do now. He's not that fast, and the torpedo is right up against his stern. It's going to hit him, but in the reactor spot. Kaboom.
Sonar lost contact. Sierra
Didn't.
1.
Hits him
bearing,
right in
2,
the flank.
2. Contact breaking up.
Going to go ahead and burst on a bit of speed here.
Make turns for 30 knots. Maneuvering.
You know, I don't actually need to. That his sensor range is about half a square right now, so he's not going to. The torpedo's not going to detect me. So I think I can pretty much turn west, which I'll do, and then I'll
Come right.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
to ultra quiet, and we'll just
Helm. Steady course.
watch the torpedo drift by.
Con
Right.
maneuvering. Making turns for 5
Unless there's another
knots.
torpedo in the water, and I don't think there is. That's 2 for 2. So so far so good. Okay, let's just check that there's nothing else there. 2 for 2, right. Let's see if I can get a bit more of a challenge on. Be nice if I did. It'd be nice if I'd lost, just to reset the counter. Right, we're in USS Snook, SSN 592. Hit it.
Sonar new contact bearing 053.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
What it's worth, we'll go ultra quiet. There's every chance that
Sonar new contact bearing 249. Designated Sierra 2.
this thing will hear me. There might be another November.
Con sonar Sierra 1
I think it is.
classified as submerged submarine.
Well, that should be straightforward then, because
Come right to 058.
I mean, a little disappointing in a way, but I'm not going to argue with the game. You don't always get a Typhoon or something like that. Typhoon's not really a kind of it's not an attack boat, and it probably wouldn't want to tackle a NATO submarine. But on the other hand, if it's boxed into a corner,
Con sonar
it's a
Sierra
fighter.
2 is classified as merchant.
Typhoon's capable. It's got a good sense of sweep. It usually takes a couple of hits to down it, or one will damage it enough. The second one is what you need to sink it. I'm going to go aggressive here. Let's first things first. Let's get a torpedo in the water. Let's get one on the right side.
Con, fire control.
So,
We've lost the wire.
I lost the wire. Okay. Well, that was an epic fail. It happens sometimes. It's not as bad as some of the other torpedoes, especially in the dot mod. But okay. That's a little disappointing. But it is what it is. I don't think that this torpedo is going to reach, because I think I fired it
Con,
not
helm, steady course.
the best.
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
He's turning towards me.
Con, sonar, launch transient from Sierra
Yep.
1. Con, sonar, launch transient from Sierra 1.
Okay, so I gotta fire this torpedo here.
2-1. Aye, sir.
Gonna make it active immediately. And I am going to
Helm
head.
right 2. 1, 4, 1. Helm I.
I don't need to change my depth that much now I think about it. But I'm gonna head basically southeast. I want to get out of Dodge really. Let's make my speed 10 knots. Let's try and.
1, 0 knots. Maneuvering I.
There's a chance my first torpedo may actually find this guy. Well, my plan was ruined because the wire broke, and that was me assuming that the wire's never going to break, and it does. He's moving away. Right, let's accelerate time a little. Okay, there's a chance that this thing's going to pick me up. I think I want to run. It's
Con, fire control. We've
yeah,
lost
fine.
the wire.
I lost the wire. Okay. I was going to say I want to run deeper because I'm a little quieter, but in this case, wanted to try and keep the wire. That didn't quite work out. So we'll drop our depth. I got a feeling these torpedoes are running a bit more on the surface. They are. Okay. So we'll drop to 700 feet depth. I think I want to head.
Con, sonar, no longer cavitating. Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 2, 3, 8.
So he
Contact
is
faded.
fleeing, and I'm quicker than he is, but only by
Helm,
5 knots.
steady course.
I'm gonna have to. I'm running a risk. I'm gonna get detected by this torpedo. So the southernmost torpedo, its cone is likely. Actually, no, its cone's only here. So it's like 3/4 of a square. So I'm completely fine here. I should be okay.
Come left 2, 0, 7, 3. Helm
I'll
I.
give it a berth, but not the widest of berths. And the fact that I'm still getting up to 30 knots is not gonna matter. This thing's not gonna detect me. I can shoot up.
Con, dive at 7.
Phrasing, but I can sweep in behind it, and I should be fine, because my course will bring me out to maybe here.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Pretty certain I'm going to be okay.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 3, 0.
Bit of accelerate time, I think. There we go. Yep.
Con, fire control. Weapon countermeasure homing.
And it looks like one of my torpedoes,
Come left
quite
2.
by chance,
Break ship for ultra quiet.
ended up getting close to him. So that's interesting.
Con, helm.
It's a couple of hundred feet. I can't hear my torpedo close to him, but I know that it's there somewhere. He's maneuvering hard. He's doing 26 knots. What is his speed? 26. Okay, there we go. I was wrong. I'm only 4 knots quicker than him and not 5. I don't think he's going to be able to pick me up. No. Although
Con,
that...
sonar, regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 2, 3, 6.
So this torpedo sensor range, my torpedo sensor range is maybe here. And it may pick him up. In fact, it probably will. Because he's closing to close to 3,000 yards. Yeah, it has. So he's actually being stalked by 2 Mark 48s. That's good. I've got another 14 left, so... yeah, so he's toast. I can't imagine he's going to escape 2 of them. This one's heading right at his beak. Yep. This is going to be painful. Oh, it missed.
Con sonar lost contact.
Okay.
Sierra,
No, it
1,
didn't.
Last bearing 019. Contact
And
breaking
then
up.
this torpedo is probably going to circle round and hit the wreckage. Just a double whammy. There's probably a politically incorrect term for this, but that makes 3 for 3, unless he's fired another torpedo at me. Does this mean I've passed basic training? Maybe? This torpedo may not strike him either. He's sinking at quite a rate. I don't know. Let's see. No, I missed. Okay. It's going to circle back and try and attack him again. And
Dive at 200 feet. Dive high.
I don't like the fact that I'm still heading towards it, so
097.
I think he's just going to circle now. Yeah, okay.
On helm, steady course.
I wonder if I can quit the battle. Yes, I can. Right, well that is 3 for 3, but the last 2 Novembers, I'd like something a little harder. So, special bonus round in the presence of wolves. A wolf pack of diesel electrics. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, everything could go wrong. So we're in the Skipjack, the class name. This could be an interesting battle. So diesel electrics are
Con sonar new contact bearing 319. Designated Sierra 1.
they're a different kettle of fish.
Con sonar new contact bearing 224. Designated Sierra.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Con sonar new contact bearing 178. Designated Sierra 3. Con sonar Sierra 2 is classified as submerged submarine.
So we're playing the ID game right now. It looks like don't think that's a foxtrot. Okay, I'm going to do the whole cheat thing. Yep, it's a surface vessel. Okay. So I've got 2 that I can detect right now, and there may be another one, and I'm right sandwiched in the middle of them. That's not a great place to be.
270. Helm I.
So diesel electrics are generally quiet, and the advantage of the powertrain, if you like, the diesels are noisy, but they run those when they're on the surface or close to the surface. They will snorkel. So the snorkel puts up an intake and exhaust, and they can charge the batteries. Now on battery power, they don't need a coolant pump, so they're quieter than a
Con helm steady course.
nuclear powered boat. I think it's time to go active here. Yes, it is. So, gonna fire on the Romeo. Gonna do so. First torpedo is going to be heading roughly southwest, like this.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Second one is going to be heading roughly northwest, like
Con
so.
fire control. We've lost.
And
the
I
wire.
lost the Y.
Con
And then
sonar
I
transient from Sierra 1. Con sonar launch
I'm
transient
going
from Sierra
to
1.
head west at best rate. Now, what is Sierra 4? That's Sierra. That might be another submarine.
Con sonar lost contact.
Yeah,
Sierra 4.
500.
Con sonar no longer cavitating.
That might be interesting. I might be heading into a
Con
trap
sonar
here.
lost contact.
Make depth 70.
So I'm gonna
feet.
head
Dive high.
west at full rate. Yeah, it is another submarine. I'm heading right into one. Okay, that's
Con fire control. We've lost the wire.
well.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 341.
It's hard to really know what I'm gonna run into, other than it's gonna be aggressive.
Con dive at 700 feet. Dive high.
So it looks like the Romeo didn't fire at me, but the other Foxtrot did. Okay, what's the Foxtrot's what armament? Set 35. So
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
call it a square. I'm close to being detected by it. Let's go ahead and just turn away from it. Oh, okay, I should be fine now. It's about to go active, I'm sure of it. I'm really close to its sensor range.
Con maneuvering, making turn. knots.
I want the truth. Okay. Oh, we can breathe again. Right.
Sonar, noisemaker
So
bearing
ahead of
2,
me
0,
is another
1.
target. I think I want to drop my speed a little bit. Drop it to 10 knots to be fair.
Turns for 1, 0
And
knots.
let's get ready to
Maneuvering
fire if I can detect Sierra 4. I'm hoping that Sierra 1 and Sierra 2 will be taken care of. Sierra 3 is somewhere down here. Not sure what that is. Not going to worry about that in a massive amount just yet. But I hope that...
Con, torpedo room 2.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 197.
Not too much.
Con maneuvering, making turns for 1.
Oh, okay.
0
That's bad.
knots.
There's one heading right towards me, so I gotta... double back the way I came.
090.
And I want to fire a torpedo at this direction because
Shoot tube 2. Aye, sir.
whatever that is, it's over here, I think.
Launch
Okay.
transient from Sierra 2.
Let's make that thing active immediately.
Con sonar lost contact.
Got the
Sierra
Romeo.
2.
Okay.
Last bearing 1.
I gotta head,
contact breaking up.
Head east. I could actually head south. I'm gonna head south.
17. Make turns for 30 knots.
Actually,
Maneuvering.
hang on.
Make
Let's,
turns 10 knots. Maneuvering.
I might just use a decoy. It hasn't gone live yet. It's still being wire guided. So what the heck is Sierra
maneuvering,
4?
Making turns for 10 knots.
I don't know what it is. I haven't got enough information on the waterfall yet. My towed arrow's not out.
Come right to 129 helm I.
It's not.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 4 bearing 264. Con helm steady course.
What is that? It's not a whiskey.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 264.
Hey. It's either a tango or a kilo.
Con, fire control, weapon.
Con sonar.
I'm going with the
Sierra
kilo.
4 is classified as
Test
submerged
71M. What's the detection range? I bet you it's 2,000 yards. Okay, 1650. I call it 2,000 yards, so it's a full square.
submerged. Come left to.
Which means it's a bit too
Make
close for
turns
comfort
for
right now.
30 knots. Maneuvering I.
Yeah, I don't like that it's being wire guided
Sonar
towards
lost
me.
Contact. Sierra 4. Last bearing 263. Contact is in the baffles.
With it following me around, it's gonna keep doing that until
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
until
Con
I
sonar, noisemaker bearing
destroy the kilo or it loses the wire.
260.
So let's try and turn again, see if it follows me. Yep, it is. Okay, still being guided then.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 4 bearing 258.
And it stopped, so it may have just dropped off the wire. The wire may have just been broken. So let's yeah, I think it has. Okay. Be mindful of this torpedo to my west. It just appears to be circling though. Or orbiting, I suppose you might say. I don't hear my Mark 48 tackling this guy.
Con maneuvering, making turns for 30
He's
knots.
probably busy right now with Mark 48 chasing him. So I think I'm good to... Okay. If this thing is...
Con,
Okay.
torpedo room
Right.
2-2 ready.
The test 71M to my north is not going to pick me up because it's not going to orbit. But if it was orbiting, yeah, I would be out, would still be in the danger zone. But thankfully, I think it's gonna be good. Time for a sip of tea. It's almost gone cold. Oh no! And there's another one following me here.
Come left to 08.
Okay, that's bad news. That's really bad news because it's been
noisemaker bearing 2.
I think it's been guided towards me. But if not, yeah, it is.
Course.
Dang it. I mean, it's hunting me down. It's going to go inactive. So let's just keep maneuvering and see if it's still being guided. Yes, it is. Okay.
Sonar lost contact. Sierra,
Right.
4.
Guidance
Flat
is now
bearing
lost
2,
because
6,
the
8.
kilo is just
Contact
being
breaking
destroyed.
up.
So I'm going to turn towards it. This feels like a bit of a risky maneuver, but I'm going to turn hard towards it. Like so. And the chance here is if it goes live in the next few seconds, I am probably toast. But if it goes live now, I'm underneath it. Okay, so I think I'm going to be okay. Let's crank it north. North, innit? Alright. I think I'm going to be okay. Because it's, unless it orbits, and if it orbits, all bets are off. It's going to detect me. I'm still within range. But I'm going to cross that distance as best I can. Yeah, the kilo could have put the thing into orbit mode, and it would really ruin my day if that happened. That's roughly 2,000 yards. I think I'm going to be okay.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Okay, let's go ultra quiet. Let's get my ears on. I think it's just doing its standard snake pattern. Okay, I think we pulled this one off. I think we're going to be okay. So, 3 submarines are currently at the bottom of the ocean. I don't know what Sierra 3 is. I suppose I could double back and take a listen,
Come
but
right to 102.
Let's-
Helm I.
use my towed array. Okay. Did we just pick it up again? No, we just got Sierra 4, which is sunked. Which is, yeah, on the seabed, with a big hole in the side. You're welcome. This is me just hanging around. Okay. That was an interesting way to tackle these 3 diesel electrics. Was it more satisfying this way as opposed to trying to be sneaky? It was interesting. I don't know if this is another submarine to the south. This is
Con
active
sonar
sonar.
switching to active search.
We might pick this up. I don't think it's a submarine though. It's a long way away. I just think we've still got something on. Okay, it's gone now.
Make depth 4, 5 feet, dive by.
Make as much noise as we can just to celebrate. We'll head to the surface.
Con helm. Steady
Pop the
course.
radar and the periscope up. I don't think we're going to see it though. Oh,
Con sonar.
What?
Torpedo in the water.
Whoa,
Torpedo in the
whoa,
water.
what happened
Bearing
there?
185.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
that's not good. That's a sneaky surprise.
Make turns for 30. Con sonar. We are cavitating.
Aww. Oh wait, it missed me. How the heck did that happen? Oh, let's
221, aye sir.
get a decoy out. That was very lucky to launch a decoy at 20 knots.
Con sonar. No longer cavitating.
Passing 600 feet.
The heck is the aircraft doing out here? Did not see that one coming. Really did not see that coming. What the heck?
Make turns. 2.
Whoa! 2
Maneuvering
coppers and a fixed wing?
Con maneuvering. Making turns for.
Well, this is a bit of a
Make turns for 3.
turn out for the books,
Maneuvering I.
to say the least. Okay, high risk strategy. I'm going to drop a noisemaker and I'm going to turn back and head northwest away from this decoy. The hope that it's going to miss me. It's active sonar, so don't think there's any point in reducing my speed for the sake of trying to avoid it. I don't know what this is. I don't know what kind of torpedo it is, but I'm 1,000 yards
Con,
away.
torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Steer away from it. 1,500 yards, so depending on the quality of torpedo, it's going to pick me up immediately. Yep, pick me up. Great. Got my hands full now. I want to say how did that happen,
Knuckle formed.
but it just was it matters. The fact that it did happen is like, yeah, that's bad.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 30 knots.
What noisemaker. I should probably be a little sparing with these because it's going to pick me up straight away again.
Knuckle formed.
Wow. Did not expect that coming. Did not see that coming in the slightest. Should have, because I think there was a...
700 feet.
What?
Dive by.
What the heck? What the heck's firing at me? It must be, must be this guy. That's not good. He will run out of torpedoes eventually. Where is he? Where's the bugger? Okay, drop them all you like. Didn't mean it. I was just kidding, know what I mean?
Con, dive at 700 feet. Dive by.
Okay, looks like that torpedo's not following me anymore, and I head into deeper water. It's going to take me past this, but I do not want to be... I don't want to be heading into shallow water, which is what this lighter colour is. That's bad news. And I'm a little concerned about... Oh crap! Here he comes. Okay, he's going for the decoy, which is good. I'm actually going to head in the opposite direction. I'm going to head head up here.
3, 1, 2, helm aye.
Yeah, I did not expect that.
Con, helm, steady course.
I gotta hope that that's not in my vicinity or too close to me. Okay, I'll kill my speed
Emergency, maneuver
and fire another decoy off to the west. And I've got no more decoys. This is my
Con,
last
torpedo
decoy.
room, tube 4 ready.
Let's go back up to 20
Make
knots.
turns for 20 knots.
Really want to
Maneuvering
confuse this guy to drop his depth charges and torpedoes on a different target that's not me.
Make turns for 30 knots. Maneuvering
Turn away
up.
from it a little bit. Oh, a little bit too much turning away from there, but
Knuckle
okay.
formed.
Okay, 2 decoys, 2 mosses are in the water. I'm heading this way. Yeah, it's great. It's just wonderful. That's just bloody wonderful.
Turns for 30 knots.
I believe the term is feckety feck. Airplanes ruin your day. The dip sonar up there, torpedo here, decoy there. This might not be 4 for 4. I got nothing else to lose. I'm going to just keep it nailed for a little bit, and then I'm going to drop it to maybe 20 knots to try and be a little sneakier. Yeah, he's dropping. He knows that I'm here, so we'll just try 20 knots, change my course, but I don't think it's going to help. I think he's still got wind of me. Didn't attack me then. He's dropping a sonar buoy right behind me. This is going to be a long way out of here. I think I can probably count this as a victory, but I haven't survived it yet. Run parallel to the decoy, more or less. Okay. Torpedo launched after me, but it's many thousands of yards away. And the water turns less shallow here. Sorry, more shallow. Oh, I see. I'm in a little like pocket of depth here. I don't really feel like turning southeast for some bizarre reason, so I'm just going to have to keep it pegged and pointing in the direction that I'm going. I've got to hope it doesn't get too shallow. Yeah, I got plenty of depth right now. See if I can quit the battle. Yes, I can. Okay, I count that as a victory. So that's 4 for 4. But that was not what I expected in the last battle. I got the 3 kills, but I nearly got my boat shot from underneath me. And that's not really where I want to be, and I used both decoys. But I remained unscathed. So which, to my mind, counts as a victory. So I hope that you enjoyed this. Put myself through basic training for everyone's benefit here, so maybe you'll learn from my rookie mistakes. Hope that you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, keep your ballast tanks empty and your nuclear reactors fully nucleared. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a good one. Take it easy. Goodbye. Thanks, Cold Waters. Really appreciate that, you know what I mean?